You can bet in a heartbeat that I make quality videos.
My favorite humans are Space Orcs idea is that trope where aliens kidnap some humans for their zoo, except it ends up like Jurassic Park, and the poor alien humanologists who were invited to the park are like, "You mean you locked up a pack of curious, highly competitive persistence predators with no enrichment in the enclosure? You fools! If you had bothered to throw a basketball or half a box of Legos in there, KEX-9 would still be alive." Well, of course they climbed the retaining wall. Did you think to study their evolutionary lineage at all? The humans would find a way to use the basketball and Legos to escape. I mean, one time a guy somehow escaped from a prison in Mexico without breaking any laws, so his escape would be legal. So honestly, given enough time, the Jurassic Park situation is inevitable. Jurassic Park would be awesome, but now that I think about it, I also kind of love the idea of humans as the alien zoo equivalent of those octopuses that climb out of their tanks and wander around taste-testing other exhibits, or throwing subpar shrimp at handlers. Like, they're totally unable to figure out what's happening because the cameras keep going out, but every night things get moved or stolen, exhibits are disappearing. What is going on? They've moved facilities twice and it's still happening. Are they haunted? Are the ancestors angry? What is happening? And then a weary humanologist is all, "Your humans are getting out." That is impossible. They're getting out. That enclosure is completely secure. And yet somehow they're getting out. The humans are not getting out. Oh yeah? I bet you 20 glarks they're getting out. Stay after closing time with me and I'll show you. Next day, the humans were getting out. Why did they keep going back in then? In a deeply embarrassed mumble, they said they weren't going to escape until they finished their behavioral experiments. On us. Two things come to mind. One, at our own zoos, the most notorious jailbreakers are the orangutans, who exploit all manner of methods, including literal lockpicking. One orangutan, Ken Allen, escaped several times while the zoo was open to the public, without getting caught by watching zoo employees, even when they tried to disguise themselves as tourists to catch him at it. While he was being secretly surveilled, he managed to escape and show the other orangutans how to escape. They finally found out he was doing some thought-to-be impossible rock climbing to escape. To fix it, they brought in a team of human rock climbers to locate all possible methods of climbing out. So, humans would absolutely be the worst to try to keep contained. Like, escape rooms are currently seen as a fun date idea. I'm saying. 2, animals that escape most often return to their own enclosure. After all, that's where their beds and dinners are, and if the zoo is any good, it is the place best suited to their species-specific needs for miles and miles, after they have had sufficient excitement. Ken Allen the orangutan would escape and wander around the zoo, looking at the animals like he'd bought a ticket. So if the keepers were nice and formed a bond, and the setup was comfy, once the human knew they could get out if they really wanted, they'd probably go back, depending on how uncomfortable or dangerous the alien environment was. I mean, if they were raised in captivity. Wild-caught humans, all bets are off. Depending on age of capture, a return home could be a full-blown obsession. The sabotage of engineering from mechanisms up to entire facilities is a strong possibility, and they may go on a murder spree with improvised or stolen weapons if desperate.